Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. Can you hear me? Uh, let's see. Can you hear me? Okay, okay. I will shut up. Sorry about that. Uh, all right. Sorry about that. Yeah, little hairy tonight. Uh, I had some internet issues. I had to reset the router and get things going. So sorry about that. Would have been on here closer to on time, but when I did finally get it going, things went south. So no luck on that. So anyways, yeah, finally here. Got it at church and um tic tac toe. Oh my word, that's hilarious. Danny, glad I got to hang out with you. Tonight I'm parked doing a reset outside of Buffalo, New York. Awesome, man. Glad to have you here. Glad to have you here. This thing is not cooperating. Let's see here. Richard, what's going on? Doing a reset at home, heading out in the morning to get a trailer. Yeah, tomorrow I'm going to be heading up. I was going to do it over the weekend, but life happened. And so I will be in Goshen tomorrow. Oh, I've been hitting the wrong thing. I will be hitting Goshen tomorrow morning. So again, if anybody is crazy enough to want to meet up tomorrow, if you happen to be in Goshen, when I get there, let's chat it up. Let's go get some lunch or something. I don't know exactly what time it will be. I can get you a more updated timeline if you would like later on. But yeah, I definitely with you getting a trailer tomorrow. Tic tac toe. Brian, like any good star, you make the crowd wait. Yeah, I don't know about that, but definitely don't want to waste you guys' time. I value my time. I definitely don't want to disrespect yours. So appreciate your patience with me getting the internet going here at the house. For whatever reason, honestly, it's just a few every couple months, maybe. It's just to simply unplug the whole internet. 30 seconds later, plug it back in. Boom. We're riding again. So, yeah, sorry about that, guys. Did not mean to kind of sabotage the beginning here. 25 people in here already. That's pretty insane. Thank you for joining us. We're just asking questions, talking about stuff, anything RV transport related, and just having a good time. And yeah, so appreciate you joining us. Kenneth, hello, Daniel. Where are you? LOL. Yeah, sorry about that. Oh, there's Miss Bella. Oh, she's got some shoes with her. Hopefully, she doesn't eat them. Um, yeah, so I've got two videos right now ready to launch. I've got the footage. I just didn't have the time to edit them. I'm going to be probably tonight after this live, probably posting the first one, and it's going to be a little bit of a longer one. I think it's over 20 minutes long, but just has, uh, man, I feel like it has some repetitive stuff in there, and I understand if you don't want to hear it. I tried to just kind of give a full update of what's been going on. I feel like I haven't really made a full long video, and just wanted to catch you up with where I'm at. If anybody cares at all. So yeah. My fuel and water separator sensor looks like it may be leaking. Oh no. Just change that filter. Do you think it could be do you think it needs tightening more, or could the drain valve be leaking and need replacement? Definitely both are possibilities, I believe. Uh I've had a water separator because on my 12 I don't actually have that stock because I have an Air Dog 2 4G, whatever that actually stands for. I don't know. It does have its own water separator, a part of the system, and so turning that valve to be able to drain it out. I have had issues with that sticking, or maybe even if I were you, maybe even try to tighten everything up as much as you can. If that still doesn't work and you're still getting just a slight drip, my thought would be maybe there's something causing a an issue with the actual the valve when it does get spun closed. So maybe completely open it up and then slowly close it, and see, maybe it's kind of just almost fully closed, but there's some type of contaminant in there, or issue. Maybe try that. If not, then just fully replacing um that actual filter for you. So he's in high demand. Oh dear. Oh dear. Oh wow, I'm really behind now. Wow. Every once in a while it just kind of jumps up and I'm like, oh dear. I really do want to talk to everybody and not miss any comment, because I know if it were me joining some other person and you just completely skip any comment that I put, man, that would kind of stink. I want to be interactive, so definitely don't want to miss anybody's comment on here. It can kind of pile up, especially when I ramble, and unfortunately, that is too often. So yeah, let's see here. Richard Lewis, what's going on? Tic tac toe. Oh yeah. Uh, oh yeah. Answering the question. Can you guys hear me? James Porter, what's going on? Hey there, Daniel. Little Al, what's going on, man? Anytime I see Al, I think of my past dog, Big Al, who was a Sheltie. He was the best dog. I love Ryder, but I got to tell you, Big Al. Unfortunately, I don't have a whole lot of videos of him. He was alive at the beginning of the channel. I believe that was the same timing, but anyways, man, Little Al, and I just think of Big Al. So appreciate that. Tim, what's going on? Tim Freeman, howdy howdy. Ryan, good evening. Hope you are doing well. Hope you are braced for the storm headed your way. Wyoming has been shut down big time due to it. Yes, I've seen lots of posts on Facebook, and lots of chatter about just the madness that's been kind of happening out there. Definitely not a time to be in a rush, especially with weather going on. So, if you are out west, please be safe. It's not worth it. You are more valuable than any trailer or any delivery, or for that matter, if it really came down to it. Any bill that you have, you are worth more than just trying to pay some stupid bill you have. Be careful, make it happen when you can make it happen. Um, let's see here. Joel, what's going on? I have orientation Thursday at Jimbo Transportation. Awesome. Joel, let us know how orientation goes for you. I'm curious to hear from any company, any driver who has orientation. And my big question is, do you feel like orientation really prepared you well, or as best they really could, or did you feel like they were slacking? Did orientation actually help you as a driver be ready to go, to be able to um, be successful in this job? Or did they just give you a whole bunch of information from a book and just send you on your way? Curious about that. Chris James, what's going on? Howdy from somewhere. Okay, good to have you here, Chris James from somewhere. Kevin Parker, what's happening, everybody? Oh man, good to have you here, Kevin. City Kid, hello all. All right, what's going on? Kenneth Gump, what are the percentages of drivers with and without CDLs? Great question. Um, I'll just tell you this, based upon what the load boards at times can look like with CDLs versus non-CDL loads. Often when there's, let's say, and I don't know if I can give an exact percentage. This is just my opinion. I could be totally off. But based upon what I've seen over the last 5 years, at least at Synergy, what if there were, let's say, 100 loads on the load board, just to simplify it. There's usually, a lot more than that. 100 loads on the load board, and let's say 50 of them are non-CDL, 50 of them are CDL. I would say 40 of them would be gone, in a small period of time. 40 of them would be gone for non-CDL, and I would say 20 25 of them would be gone for the CDL. Uh, when it really comes down to it, there's several more people with non-CDL than CDL. I believe at probably any company. Why? Because the threshold to be able to have your CDL is much higher than just a non-CDL getting a chauffeur's license, whatever your state requires to be able to do that. So um, I would overall, I guess if I could give a percentage or something, I would say 65% of drivers are non-CDL and 35 are CDL. I could be totally off. Maybe there's somebody actually who knows the number. It's not me. It's just a guess. So that is my best thought. Chris James, how is the truck running? Chris, man, it is beautiful. Oh my word. I'm gonna be sharing that with you in my next video that's going to post probably tonight after this live. I've got to do a few more things to the video to get it going, but I'm gonna post that tonight. It is a longer one. I'm just kind of sharing, an update of kind of what's happened, what's gone on over this forever since I've been out on the road, and then kind of get into the nitty gritty of the vlog with my first trip out there. So, truck is going well. Just to be honest, things are running right. They're running much better. It sounds beautiful. We're happy with it. Daniel, I would ask for prayer. I'm making a huge ministry decision this week. I will absolutely be praying for you, Pastor Anthony. And maybe we can talk sometime, and we can pray together about it. But I would love to be praying for you, man. Just go where the Lord leads you. You already know that, but um, if God says to do it, then you better go do it. He's going to lead you in the right direction. Nature Nut Photos, what's going on? Hello, Daniel, from me and Todd. Do you have a refrigerator or electric cooler in your truck? So I did. The reason for past tense is that um, my situation at the time was it was more towards the beginning of driving. I picked it up at some super sketchy truck stop that had an insane amount of 12-volt options for cooking, for cooling, for everything known to man that you can legally plug into your 12-volt cigarette lighter. This place had it. Super sketchy though, and bought this thing. It lasted for a couple years of real abuse that I put it through. I was not very kind to it. I don't know. It just got beat up somehow often. I would bring it inside the house, dropping it. Basically, the cooler was just one of those large rectangular coolers, and the actual lid was the cooling part where it had a fan, had some type of obviously cooling mechanism stuff. I don't know all the deal, but excuse me, it was under $100 and it would cool it. There's no like temperature gauge or anything like that. You open the lid and the cool air comes out, or however it actually works. The warm air gets drawn in, or however you close it up, and then it gets it eventually back to the right temperature that it wants to. What would happen is I used to try fruits and vegetables and cold sandwiches and all sorts of things. I did that for a good little while, but the problem I kept running into was all of the vegetables, the fruits, all that stuff. It was so cool and or cold, and apparently moisture was just so it was so moist in there. I know some people hate that word. Sorry. Uh, it was so bad that there would be a layer of like film or some type of slimy or I don't know what it was, but it would just basically ruin all the fruits and vegetables that I had with me. A whole bunch of produce that was not cheap, and I just got so fed up with it. I didn't know what to do. I tried a couple different things to stop the moisture from running the food, and I was burnt out on it trying, and I just gave up. So I used to, I don't now. Maybe it would be worth, actually putting effort into it and doing it the right way and researching, finding a way to make sure there's no moisture, or maybe finding a better one that's not going to cause a whole bunch of issues. But, anyways, that's my answer to that. But that I probably need to do that for eating better out on the road. Transport Bandits, what's going on? Hello, Daniel. We are in lockdown in a reset in the snow. Oh my word, you're in there. Blizzard here in Wyoming. Oh man, please stay safe out there, guys. Oh man, I-80 is closed from North Platte to Rock Springs. Oh dear. Oh dear. And it just jumped up again, and I have no idea. Okay. James Porter, Daniel, take down my driver number, and when you're at the office, check to see if you got my referral. Oh man, I will do that. Let's see. What is that? 5232. Um. Okay. Thank you so much for that. You guys don't have to do that. I really do appreciate it. Um. Thank you so much for that. I just again, that's a big help to me, and I really do appreciate that. That's awesome. Hopefully, you are actually, not just signing up for Synergy and doing this for me. Hopefully, you're actually enjoying Synergy, and things are going well for you. They're treating you right, getting good working relationship with them. But that's awesome to hear. Hopefully, it keeps going well for you, man. How's everybody's load board? Let's see. At the moment, I did see on Friday at the let's pull it up here. Face ID. Da, 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 da. We're at 100. Okay, so 10 pages of 15, or I'm sorry, 15 pages of 10. So 150 on the regular load board. Um, I mean, barely one page of 10 on the reload board. Not gonna scroll through the regular one, but we had a lot of Canada runs. So kind of surprisingly, we definitely do at Synergy have Canada runs for sure. I don't quite remember a wave this big in the more recent years, but evidently we've got some dealerships up there that are hurting for some trailers. So the more the merrier. I do have my passport. For me, I don't know if it's worth it. I've heard there's just it's a real big headache to come back inside the country. Getting out is much easier. And I just don't know if I really care to fiddle with all that. But um, yeah, that's kind of where I'm at. Let's see. Rick, you roll into Canada at all? Oh, renewing my passport to hopefully make something work for me. I'm out of Southern Alberta, Canada. Yeah. So I was just saying, we man, on Friday when I looked, at least we had several going to I about said California, going to Canada. So and it looked like it was all over the place. It wasn't just one city in province or whatever it's called. My sorry, whatever it is. So yeah, all over the place. It looks like Richard Lewis, who's in favor of a high mileage helper palooza. Oh dear. Transport Bandits. Hey, Mrs. Stanton. Okay, well, I think she's in the other room working or doing something, but I will tell her you say hi, Bandits. Kevin, all paperwork done. Just need to schedule orientation. Awesome, Kevin. congratulations getting to this point, man. That is a big step, and hopefully things go well for you. Richard, anyone notice the large amounts of RVs in the yards? But I'm assuming, but not all load boards. Yeah, Richard, I would just say maybe they're preparing ahead of schedule. Well, maybe they have a whole bunch of loads that can't be delivered yet, so the yards are packed, but the load boards are not. And maybe they're staggering them out because they're probably, in my opinion, at least, it seems as if oftentimes there are loads that can't be delivered until a certain day, and so they just don't even put them on the load board until they get closer to the beginning of when they can be dropped off. They don't want to just tease you, oh hey, and obviously people calling on, hey, can I get this trailer? No, it can't be delivered for like another 3 weeks, even at the earliest. And then the next person calls, hey, can I get that trailer? No, I can't. It's to their advantage to not be blown up on the phone for loads that can't even be delivered yet. So that makes sense to me. I know it can be kind of annoying. So like, where are the loads at, guy? Like, come on. But definitely understand that seeing the yards fill up, and yet we can't touch them yet. And usually they go, it seems as if they go in batches, by they can't be delivered until Monday on this, the 24th. That's when a huge batch of trailers are able to be delivered. And so the load board just gets hammered with a huge amount of loads like that. Maybe more than normal, than any given day where they just keep pumping them out there. So that's just a thought. But nothing. Oh, what am I doing? Daydream, gotcha. What's going on? What's going on? And then City Kids responding to Richard there. Kenny, how many miles your truck have now? What's still original? Just major things like motor, transmission, etc. Have a great day. Thanks, Kenny, for asking that. I love talking about it. Love kind of just watching my truck just keep surviving and going. Love the Cummins engine. Appreciate Ram for what they've built with this truck. They didn't build it for comfort. Unfortunately, I feel like they really made it to be a work truck to just last as long as possible. Um, Maybe other companies are more focused on other aspects of the truck, but regardless, I have 594, 93. Oh, I think almost 94, 594,000 miles. So we're almost at the 600K, which is crazy. Um, Everything besides, well, let me just say what's original. Well, let me just say what I've replaced. How about that? Uh, several wheel hub assemblies, several track bars until I got the right one, which I'm super, super happy with. I've had death wobble multiple times. Ball joints have been replaced multiple times until this last set. Again, I didn't cheap out and I paid through the nose, but they are lasting a lot longer than all the previous other ones. My injectors went at 405, something like that, 405,000. So this remand set has lasted almost 200K. So, hopefully that's only 50% of the life, or maybe less. Hopefully I get even more miles. We'll see. Who knows about remand injectors, but trying to take care of it with additives to maybe help clean those things, those injectors out. I did replace my, not because the actual pump failed, but preemptively, I got an Air Dog 2 4G fuel pump system with a sump pump, or I'm sorry, with a sump in the bottom of the fuel tank in the truck bed fuel tank, which runs straight to the pump and then pushes it up into the CP3 pump or whatever to actually get the crazy psi that it requires. 20,000 psi, something like that. So technically that pump, the old pump was perfectly fine, but I just wanted to replace that preemptively and hopefully help with, getting air out of the system, which I think it does. Um, let's see. Obviously my turbo, if you saw the live, and I'm going to be talking a little bit more about that in my next video I'll be sharing here. Wow, 59 people in the house. That's crazy. Appreciate everybody joining here, listening. That's just kind of a crazy, crazy number there. Um, but yeah, just replaced the turbo at 593 here recently. Obviously, lots of tires, several water pumps. I still have a Gates on there right now. I believe it's holding up pretty well. Several several wow belts. Several batteries, couple sets of batteries, I believe. I preemptively changed out my alternator to go to a 220 amp from a 150 or something like that. Original transmission, obviously original engine. My steering shaft, I've only replaced U joints one time on my whole drive shaft. I did have, oh yes, my transfer case. Um, yeah, because I'm not a mechanic and I don't know everything here. Obviously, my transfer case bit the dust at somewhere in the 500s, low 500s. I replaced that with one that only had like 40K on it, so it should last quite a long time. Your transfer on a Ram, with at least mine, your front differential is always spinning, even if you're not in four-wheel drive. Does not matter. So that means your transfer case is spinning. Well, because I'm an idiot and a fool, um, basically, um, I never changed the fluid, which is ATF4, automatic transmission fluid in my transfer case, because I didn't even think about it was even a thing, and I didn't think it was even spinning, to be honest. So yeah, really, really pay the price there. That was foolish of me. But yeah, that definitely was replaced. Um, all the other stuff is very very minor, but just of the big three, an engine, a transmission, and turbo. It's just the turbo for right now. I'm thankful to God for that, and injectors. That maybe counts as part of the engine, but paid like a little over 2 grand for those injectors, and then 2,300 for the turbo and the manifold, upgraded manifold. Reset channels in here. See him, the fair winds and following seas. He is here. So yeah, the fair winds and following seas helped me with. Do appreciate that. And so yeah, that's everything that I've replaced on the truck up till almost 600K. We will see what happens going forward. I think I've got my money's worth out of besides for the Moog parts that I've used, which have been a major letdown to me. I've been very happy with all of the lifespans for most of the parts that I've used, and yeah, happy about it. Let's see. Henry, doing my final interview driving test for Horizon March 18th. Concerned about the serpentine. Gotcha. The serpentine belt on your truck, or let me know what you mean by that. Or maybe you're meaning something else and I'm a fool. Daydream, sitting in Wakarusa, getting ready to head south tomorrow. Awesome. Enjoy the weather. Uh, good deal. Reset channels here. Fair winds. Oh, here we go. Let's see. I am way behind. Oh my dear. I'm a CDL. Your opinion? Should I do the CDL sign on? Should I do the CDL on or non-CDL? Yeah, I'm not sure what you mean, Michael. I'm probably late to the conversation here. Let's scroll down a little bit, see if anybody. I'm gonna move on here. Sounds like my. White Barn Farms. Glad to have you here. Good evening, everybody. Chris James. I don't know why you love these smaller campers. The mileage is awesome. Absolutely. I'm telling you, it's less of a load on your tires specifically. Um, Especially if you had a fifth wheel and your rear axle is definitely having more weight put on those tires if it's a dual or single rear wheel. So definitely less wear and tear and overall load on the engine, on the transmission, and hopefully things last longer. So that's kind of my deal, and obviously the fuel economy. Let's see. Have you ever been cheated on tolls? For one, it was paid 35. Steve. Um, so the only time there's been an issue with tolls going through Oklahoma is there's a place, funny enough, Stanton, Texas, where Synergy does not pay tolls going through Oklahoma. The manufacturer wants you to go through Arkansas and cut across Texas. And so they don't pay toll, or I can't remember, they don't pay all the tolls, or they only pay a portion of the tolls, whatever it is. So, um, I still choose to go through Oklahoma because it's a shorter distance. Although where I'm getting paid like almost 90 miles to go the other way. So for me, I still make more money going the wrong way, paying tolls that I don't get reimbursed for, but I get better gas mileage and it's a shorter distance, which means shorter time, specifically for this instance. So for me, that's the only time I've had an issue, but it's been my choice. I say I'm going to do this intentionally, knowing that I'm not going to be reimbursed, but I made more money because they're paying me more miles than I'm actually driving significantly. So that's the deal for that. Maybe that's the issue, Steve. I'm not sure what the deal is. Maybe go through your receipts, what you've turned in through the drive axle, and just kind of check with Synergy or whoever your company is. James, so far I love Synergy sitting in Three Forks, Montana, waiting to deliver in Washington. Gotcha, James. Awesome, awesome, man. Richard, I heard a rumor that you can only have so much fuel as you enter Canada as a transporter. Does anyone know if this is true? Yes, it's true. I can't remember what that number is, but yes, it is true. Reset channel, he's on it. Anybody know the answer to that? Doesn't look like it as I'm scrolling. Tax question: do you claim all mileage rate at 54 cents per mile, or do you capture your actual cost of fuel, tires? Uh, at this point, where I'm at with all that, I do the per mile. So whatever that is for that year, it changes every year, I believe. Um, I started out doing the actual cost, but I can still write off all the way down to zero, showing I made zero money for the year with all the deductions. So that's not a concern for me. Maybe it is for you if you've got a different tax situation. Um, Per diem. Do you track per diem? So I believe it's what, like $60 for any day, or 55 or whatever it was last time I looked. For your food per diem with a full day of being on the road. So I'll look up my loads. I'll be able to look and see, okay, there's this many days that I ran, and then just plug and play that. Richard, I was told Friday parts shortage again. Ooh. Okay. Thank you for sharing that, Richard. Gotcha. Nate, all you need is passport to take trailer to Canada. A passport and all the information with about your truck and about that trailer, and it better all match. I obviously haven't done that, but guaranteed they want to know all the business. Jason, I track per diem. The mileage and expenses. I hire a tax person to do mine. Absolutely. Definitely advise doing that, especially when starting out, guys. Um, Tim, does anyone make wheel hubs that last? Tim, I gotta tell you, my OEM Mopar or whoever actually makes it for him, original wheel hubs have lasted longer than I think almost all of the other ones since then. But it's usually like over 2.5 times the amount that other ones cost. It's 2.5 more times than that. And so for me, because it's worth it enough to me to, well, pay a lot less, and just to get in there and to be able to look at everything, check out my brakes and my calipers and all that. And it's not that hard of a job to do, especially now that I've done it myself. I've done it for other people. A wheel hub assembly on a Ram, I could almost do it in my sleep at this point. Do it probably blindfolded. Um, it's worth it for me to save some money, but it's still going to last. I mean, over 100,000 miles has been my experience. And I've been trying different names and kind of trying to track how far did this one go. Oh, well, this wasn't as good as the last one, so let's keep trying. Tim, get the thumbs up. Show the man some love. Hey, Tim, appreciate that. Uh, appreciate that, man. Henry, the slump isn't bad. Swing wide. Gotcha. On the road. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, it jumped up again. Jumped up again. My bad. My bad. I missed a bunch of this due to my brother called me. Gotcha, Pastor Anthony. Kenny, what's going on? How much blow by does your engine have? Um, I don't know, but I do. I do have the CCV filter in there now. I used to not have that, and I used to vent to atmosphere. Instead of going to my turbo, I now don't do that. I've plugged off my turbo, so it's not going to my turbo. It's now going to a catch can, in which case I'm able to empty that out at my convenience, while still having that filter. So it does have air to be able to circulate and get out of there. Any other fumes or something, I'm not going to build up pressure. But apparently not much. I've done the little um, excuse me. I'm sure it's got to have some, of course, but especially at this point. But my putting the cap on top of the engine while it's running, and sometimes if it blows it off or whatever, that does not happen. It just sits there, and from the vibration, it might just kind of whatever kind of a thing. But it does not blow off, or it couldn't blow up a balloon. Okay. Reset channel. Yes. Thank you. Keep that in mind. Awesome. Returns are. Oh, gotcha. Are you all doing okay? Goody. Reset. I run a portion. It definitely has its drawbacks, but has benefits as well. I've had a few trailers for over 26K. There's no right answer, really. Gotcha. Um. Yeah. Alex. Really don't appreciate that comment. Um, Transport Bandits, Pastor Anthony, having a blast resetting through this blizzard. Got a room, food, water. Oh man, and hoping the ID will open tomorrow evening or Tuesday. Yeah, Bandits, hang in there, guys. Please be safe. Don't risk it for the biscuit. The biscuit will be there another time. Take her easy. Will, glad to have you here, man. Appreciate you jumping in the chat. And I think I'm finally getting close to the bottom here. 60 people here. Really do appreciate that. That's insane. 60 people who are putting up with me on a video with talking to a big fat mic here. Hopefully the mic is doing well. My audio before this mic was atrocious and terrible. So yeah. Let's see here. 52 gallons of auxiliary tank according to Horizon. Okay, yeah, 52 gallons going into um in the auxiliary tank going into Canada. So the question a while ago was anybody who doesn't know how many gallons of fuel can you have going into Canada? Can you have in your truck overall? So evidently, it's the number is at least 52 gallons in your auxiliary, and then maybe a full tank in the main tank. I'm assuming. Um, so yeah. Let's see. Hey all, I'm late to the party. Sean, glad to have you here, man. Awesome, awesome. Transport bandits. Anyone got a snowmobile we can borrow to get back to Goshen? Hey, just tow the truck behind you. Put that snowmobile in, 16-wheel drive or whatever it is, Make it happen. Oh man. That's awesome. Reset. If I can ride a street glide with a foot of snow. Dear. Oh man, be careful, bro. um what is this? Hoyt. Hopefully I said that right. Gladwell, appreciate that. Thank you for giving us all the great information, Daniel. Very much appreciated, brother. Love to help, man. If there's anything I can answer, I'd love to. We got other people in the chat who are killing it as well, giving information. Love seeing that. We can all be a helper to anybody, to everybody, and that's I just love seeing our community, the RV transport community. Just well, it can be a little ugly sometimes when grown men have pity parties on Facebook groups, and they kind of bicker back and forth. But for the most part, everybody on YouTube and talking back and forth and everything in comment sections and all that. It's just great to see people trying to help out and give suggestions and give answers to maybe newer people or people who don't know. That's just, man, that's just so awesome. People who are willing to share and to give free information and just be a help. Um, Dear. Let's see. But good evening. I'm really thinking about getting into RV transport, but I have some questions. Um, I don't even want UAs. I can't. I'm not gonna even try. If you have a lot of questions, go to my. It should be in the description of this video, of this live stream. Go to my website, HighMileageHelper.com. Go to my phone consultation tab, and schedule a conversation with me. Um, if I'm available even tomorrow, which I should be, scheduled for tomorrow, and we will talk on the phone, and I'll try to answer everything I can for you. It's free. It's just an easier way to know about what questions you have when you fill that little thing out, and then for me to be, I already have all your info to get back with you. I have been really, really bad about getting back to emails, and even honestly some phone consultation stuff. If I have done that to you and I haven't gotten back with you and I've ghosted you, it's not intentional. Please understand. I'm not trying to be a jerk. I do want to help. I just need some patience and I need some better, preparation and planning when it comes to some of this stuff. So, um, I do see the what's the website again? It's my name, HighMileageHelper.com. So it's just the name of my channel, one word, HighMileageHelper.com, and go there and check it out. And I will try to be a help. Let's jump back up here. Do I have to have a business and LLC to do it? No, you don't. You can be a sole proprietor. You can be a 1099 uh, independent contractor, or you could do an LLC if you wanted to. It is what it is. It's up to you. Let's see. Pity party, is there cake? Hey man, if we're talking about cake, we should be talking about ice cream cake. We're talking either Oreo or M&M, maybe Reese's, but we got to stick with the Oreo or M&M. That's the ice cream party that I want to be a part of. For sure. James, I'll need to check into that for Canada. I have a 118 gallon auxiliary. Gotcha, James. Hopefully there's cake. Alex, rough month and a half for the water pump, and Bill went 1,200 miles later. Oh, found the missing piece of water pump in my radiator, blew the motor a week later. Oh, electrical charging issues from day one. Alex, oh my word. Dude. Um wow. I'm so sorry to hear that, man. That is rough. You know, at the end of the day, I'm sure maybe there was something you could have done somehow, but man, those issues can just kind of grenade down the road. And unless you rip that thing apart and see every little thing that's going on, that stuff can get out of hand really quick. I'm sorry to hear that, man. I hope things kind of come together for you. Man. Chris James, what kind of cake? Did someone say cake? Oh my word! Everybody's on the cake party. Oh yeah. Let's see. Oh dear. Um. Tic tac toe portion plates are what? 1,200 Orient truck plates. Portion plates. I don't have CDL. Mr. Bones likes cake. Can we have a cake party? Hey, man, I didn't know everybody was all about the cake action. I need to have some next live or something. um, Cheesecake, ice cream cake, chocolate. We need to know. Oh man, hey, I'm down for some cheesecake too. Okay, here, everybody, stop what you're doing. Stay in this live for about 3 more seconds. I will change your life right here and right now. Money back guarantee right here, except there is no guarantee. Um, you need to go if you are a cheesecake chocolate person. This will change your life for the better. You're welcome in advance. God bless you. Go to Fazoli's and you get their triple chocolate cheesecake. It's like $4 for a small little piece. That thing will fill you up like you just had an entire like 40-ounce steak. I am not joking with you. This will put you in a food coma that you're fine with. You're not going to be worried about money, about driving, about a truck that blows up or a turbo that laughs at you. Uh, Triple chocolate cheesecake from Fazoli's for like $4 or some ridiculous price. It's worth it. You're welcome. I'm wanting some German chocolate. How do the resets work? Christopher, so essentially you have 70 hours and 8 days to do your drive cycle. At the end of those 70 hours, your time is up. That has to start a 34. If you're doing things the regular way, I don't even know about the other way where they do the split shift kind of stuff. But basically, what happens is you have to do a 34 hours consistently all the way through where you are not driving on duty. You could be on personal conveyance, going to a national park, still driving around doing stuff. You could be picking your nose in your living room. The choice is up to you. Yeah, so that's how resets work. Hopefully that actually answers your question. If it doesn't, then I feel like an idiot. Jason, totally agree with the positivity of all the different RV transport channels that have started recently. Simplify. Awesome, Jason. Appreciate that, man. Yeah, absolutely getting some people out there who want to share the good stuff of this industry and help people and share information, but also entertain. And it's great. It's awesome to have this community. Okay, thank you. I'm going there now. Awesome. Oh yeah, cheesecake. Oh, James Porter's on it. No kitty games. Watch the video along with fair winds and falling trees and weekend trekking. Then the transport bandits. Yeah. Chris James, chocolate cheesecake. I'm telling you, the Fazoli's will not let you down. They will not fail you. They haven't failed me the last like 20 times. So, uh, answer one of my questions. Awesome. 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 Pie, 1974, Jeremy. Pie, what up? Man, we are on the food. I'm getting hungry now. Is Fazoli still open? What time is it? Oh, there's my phone. Yeah, I think they're open till 10. We might have to cut this short, guys. Oh man. Um oh yeah, you don't drive for 34 hours. That's a reset. Yeah. When we have our big meet, we have cake. Oh dear, who's buying it? Because that could be ugly. Sounds like there's a lot of people who want some cake. Oreo ice cream cake at Daniel's. Oh man, it's gonna get dangerous. Mr. Dimples and I are going to get cake now. Thanks to everybody, and sit in the hot tub. Oh yeah, let them eat cake. Transport bandits out. Hey, have a good one, guys. Stay safe out there for real. Stay warm. Throw a snowball at somebody for me. Um, Thank you, Reset. Nature Nut Photos. It's Pi Day 3.14. Oh yeah. The one was it 1.5 after that, right? So we missed that what 6 years ago. Cake, I'm here now. Holland USA. What's going on, man? You're getting on the cake action. Jason, I really appreciate the knowledge of a day in the life of an RV transporter you provide. God bless. Hey man, absolutely. Um, a lot of the other channels do the same thing, sharing how things really are out on the road, maybe even at home as well, and just kind of getting the full picture of what it looks like. Before you jump into a new endeavor, especially this is more of a lifestyle than just some job. At the end of your 11-hour day, you don't just get to say, "Okay, I'm going home," because you're across the map. So, yeah, it's definitely different. It's a way of life. It's man. It's a lot different than some 9 to 5 job or something like that. So absolutely. Yes, I have Dunkin' Donuts. Oh, what about cupcakes? Kevin says, "What about cupcakes?" The what is it? The unsung heroes or uh want to get into RV hauling. I live right outside of Cleveland, Ohio. Do you think that is an okay location? Yeah. So Cleveland is what? And I used to go through Ohio all the time. Cleveland's what 3-4 hours away from Goshen, something like that. Somewhere in there, it could be off on that. Definitely not too far away. There are people who are in Florida, who are in California, who are in Texas, who are in the middle of nowhere out west, who go to Indiana, pick up a load, drive it across the country somewhere in whatever direction, do it all, and really the best thing to do is to find a routine, what you like. My old routine used to be I would go east for 2 days. So I'd do a 7 or 800 mile run going one way to Connecticut, drop off, turn around, come back to Synergy the next day or, the morning after the second day. I'd pick up another one to going out west a little bit, and then I would swing through where I live. I'd sleep there or go drop off out west or west of where I live in Indiana, and then come back for the day. So I had my own routine, is what I'm trying to say. And so for you, if you're in Cleveland, Ohio, maybe there's like New York runs or Pennsylvania runs, or maybe even further out. Maybe you like little day trips where, again, they're not as profitable as maybe a longer load. But if you have a routine that works, that you're profitable, that's just it's clockwork. You just get to go. Maybe there's ones where you like to plan it out to where you on a Sunday night or a Friday night or whatever, uh you go grab it and you bring it home, and then you get to sleep in your own bed, which I just love. Sleep in your own bed, and then you head out on a full, long trip wherever, going east or maybe south, southeast or something. And then you're able to come back, after Tuesday. So there's just a lot of different things you can do that do work well. Um, and you can have kind of a schedule as much as you can in this industry where there's just a lot of uncertainty with what loads are going to be available when, and all those things. So not too far away. You're absolutely not too far away. That's an okay location, especially I-80's right there. No big deal getting over to Goshen from there. um Pastor Anthony's listening. Probably talking about the cake. Eat some for me. Oh man. Number 5, how many Marines in here now? M. Walker. Kevin Lee, what kind of miles is anyone averaging in a 7-day period? I only get 1 week a month to get out and try to make money, and wondering if it will be worth it. Kevin, I'm probably not the person to talk to about it. I used to do. I mean, you legally in 7 days. You could pull off. Well, because I live in Indiana, it's a little different. Because I'm like 2 hours away from Goshen. That makes things a little differently. But what I have been able to do, I go up to Goshen on a Saturday. I grab the load. I do a reset from Saturday afternoon till all the way through Sunday evening. I leave Monday morning early. I've gone all the way to California, dropped off, come all the way back home in less than 7 days, and that's 2,200 miles one way. And I come home and do a reset, and potentially you could do that all over again, depending on where you're at. So, um, definitely possible to do those numbers or less if you wanted to plan things and move stuff around. But yeah, I'm heading to Fazoli's. Oh man, get it going. Oh dear, I'm way behind. Oh my word, I'm so sorry, guys. Um, so now I gotta go to my living room. Wow, I'm in my bedroom. Oh dear. Most of the loads come from Indiana. Yeah, they do. No Fazoli's in Idaho. Oh no, you poor man. Oh, well, I know a transporter. I'll just have to, send some cheesecake your way in the trailer. Loaded down in the travel trailer. Um, nature nut photos. We can see Fazoli's from here, Chili's parking lot, but honestly, I'm too cheap to pay $4 for a slice of cheesecake. I'm telling you though, it's got chocolate glaze all over it. Oh my, it is the triple cheesecake that'll punch you in the face and you'll say, "Can I have another?" Uh that's kind of weird, but it's all good. Yeah. So you definitely want that to be a part of your life. Phil, please do your homework, as most of these guys don't have a clue what it costs to operate until they are already broke. You can't do this or even come close at a buck 40 without a backhaul. Uh, I would disagree with that. I've done it for a lot less than $1.40 without backhauls at all. But it is what it is. I absolutely do agree with not with knowing your operating costs and having a budget and being smart with your money. I absolutely am with you on that. Have the wife go. Do you need to log personal conveyance? I'm assuming you're meaning. Um, you just put personal conveyance, but make sure you come back to where you were when you started the personal conveyance. Um, but yeah. Okay, when we have our meet, everyone bring cake. No Walmart specials. Yes. I was planning on hot shunning. I had no idea about RV transport. Yeah, man. I would love to answer questions. I know you had said that earlier. We will definitely talk on the phone, and I'll give you everything I got. Yeah, appreciate it, Papa. Yeah. No, I'm really interested in RV transport. Awesome. It definitely, hot shotting has a huge amount of risk, but it has a huge potential for reward. RV transport has, I wouldn't say a low risk. I would say 60% of the risk, as a hot shotter would have, but with a lot less headaches. All the paperwork, all the DOT, the logs, the drug tests, the silly things that you could get yourself in trouble for and forget, they handle. We get to pick from a load board, and it's just, oh, how do I feel today? Where do I want to go? Um, Hot shotting, you're hunting and searching and begging and pleading and really just trying to, you've got to figure it all out on your own. And so there's conveniences to it, but it comes at a financial difference at the end of the day for sure. Um, Definitely do your homework. Absolutely. Feel I can break it all down. I am not blowing smoke because I have pulled trailers for a living for years. That's why I'm in here, Pastor. People who say you can't make money in this job have no idea how to run a business. That's exactly what this is. We may be 1099, but you have to run this like a business. Absolutely. Um, circle that comment right there. Uh, I live in Davenport, Iowa. Absolutely, man. There are loads all coming out of largely Indiana. That's where all the most of the companies are. You're not too far away. There's loads going to Iowa all the time at Synergy, that I see. I don't know about Davenport, but um, there's many times where there are loads going to Minnesota, North Dakota, Iowa, and just all in that area. If you wanted to be, you know, getting home, same day, or going way out west, way past you. So maybe you go grab a load, bring it to Iowa, and then from there you sleep in your own bed, cha-ching, and then you launch going out west even further. That's just my thought. Thoughts on oil bypass, Alex? Great question. I wish I knew more for you. I'm getting the question so often. I need to look into it myself, but um, being able to bypass, uh, as well as I guess no, it's the fuel bypass, for the CP4 pump and all that. Um, I've only heard of adding a different oil. Uh, Excuse me, a different oil deal. I'm the wrong person to ask that. Sorry. Maybe somebody in the chat can help you. You'd be a great place to start. Daniel's videos help me a lot. I appreciate that, Pastor Anthony. Reset. I've been a business owner for years, and you can't make money hauling RVs for the normal broker. For the normal broker, you can't come close. Okay. Um, I would just disagree because uh, I'm sitting in a house that was paid for or provided for through doing this job for the last 4 years before I bought it. So you can make money, and it's man. I made the video. Can you make any money in RV transport? I just made that like a couple weeks ago, and it's hilarious to me. What does making money mean to you? Does it mean 100,000? Does it mean 40,000? What does that even mean? Every job you do, you're going to make money. The question is, are you going to spend that money on more of the job? Are you going to pay all of your bills? Do you have more bills than this job can provide for? That's the that's the better question. For me, in my budget, in my situation, I can pay all of my bills and have money left over. Maybe that's different for the person who's got 7 kids, a wife, crazy, student loan debt, an absolute absurd, medical debt, crazy insurance for the whole family. Like, man, and also you aren't willing to sacrifice your family being out on the road every single day as much as possible. Um, yeah, for that person, don't do RV transport. Not for you. Ain't gonna happen. I there's red flags all over the place for that. Um, I can make money doing hauling RVs all day long. I'm more efficient with my money now than I was at the beginning. I was running harder at the beginning than I am now. Um, it just depends on the person. Making money hauling RVs is just, what does that mean to people? That's the big question. Yes, sir. Pastor, I'm a local truck driver now, and I'm not liking it, but I don't want to drive the big ones anymore. Gotcha. I would be happy to do a chat on here and break it down. Break it down, man. Talk through it. We may, kind of disagree on some of this stuff, but I would love to hear a different perspective. Um, Talking through that stuff. What is going on? Where are we at here? Sorry, everybody. Let's see. Here we go. Um, I'm doing fine. You just have to be smart on how you spend your money. Boom. Absolutely. Still new to transporting. Did 4 deliveries to East, thinking of one to West specifically. Idaho. What is involved in the Wyoming permits? Actually, MapQuest takes me to North Dakota, then Montana, and this is Wyoming. Huh. Um, yeah, Marlon, stopping at the port of entry, being able to get your permit there. I can't remember if Wyoming's the one where you have to call ahead or you have to get it before. I think that's a different state. If Reset Channel's still here, he can tell you the deal. I really just haven't gone out west in a very long time, and I'm fine with that. So I wish I could be more of a help on that. Um, Donald 0311. Okay. Is that your driver number or? Oh, gotcha. Chris James, I'm thinking about bringing my own bed to Indiana. Already talked to a few campgrounds, may possibly open looks like transporters to stay while in Indiana. There you go, Chris James. Yeah, letting other drivers stay in your camper, renting it out or something. That's a good idea. Some guys, you don't want to run their truck, who don't want to pay for a hotel. Um, yes. Uh, Gotcha on the numbers there. I just got advised on that. So the MOS number or code there. Gotcha. Um, but yeah, definitely a good resource for transporters if you're needing a place to bed down where you don't want to pay a lot more, maybe at a hotel. Um, where am I at here, guys? Pastor, just wait until it is time to trade or sell your pickup. If you last that long, and then tell me how well you are making it. Reset. Not going to get into an argument on Daniel's live stream. Oh yeah, that's fun. I'm with you, Reset. Spoke to a trooper over the weekend. Live in Minnesota. I asked if I drove to Arizona under dispatch, driving back home for the weekend unladen, not under dispatch, and not heading towards a load. Can I do a personal conveyance? He said no. Let me read that again just to make sure I read that right. Unladen. Um, you live in Minnesota. Asked if I could drive. If I drove to Arizona under dispatch, so you're loaded going down to Arizona. driving back home for the weekend unladen. So you're at that point. Are you asking if you're under personal conveyance driving home from that, not under dispatch, okay, and not heading towards a load? Can I do personal conveyance? He said no. Uh, I somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but if you go on personal conveyance and you head home and then you come home, or I'm sorry, uh, well, it, at the end of the day, it really depends on what does your company say. Even if it's legal or well, your company will advise you. Synergy has since advised us you are logging every mile loaded or unloaded. When it does come to personal conveyance, that's where things do get kind of sticky with that. I would venture to say, Jeremy, you're going to hear different things from different people, even officers across the country for sure. So being on personal, uh, yeah. Oops, turn this back on. Um, I think you're going to get different answers from a lot of people. Um, good evening, high mileage. Really appreciate the content. Keep up the good work. I appreciate that, Aaron. Hopefully, it's helped to you. Hopefully, you can share with other people. Give your information that you've learned and be a blessing to somebody else, man. You just have to return to the place you started your personal conveyance, then start logging again. You can't go on personal conveyance home from last delivery and then start from home. Yeah, Pastor Anthony, I guess my question would be: does that mean you end your 70 hour? Um, if somebody's going to Arizona and going back to Minnesota, I'm just curious. Is there a line somewhere where they say you went on personal conveyance across the entire country, just about, and then you came back and then picked up right? That seems like a lot of extra driving. I've only heard this question asked when it's like, "Hey, can I go like sightseeing like 100 miles away?" Like, yeah, I've always heard the answer yes. But going across the entire country, like if a DOT officer like stopped you, I'd be like, I don't know what they would say. I would be a little weary of that. You're going to spend about 35 cents a mile or more for just fuel and tires only. Gotcha, Papa. Yes, you are. I just did a tax breakdown video, 124,000 gross, nearly 70,000 net. I'd say there's money here. Oh dear. We just bumped it up. Oh. There we go. It means making more than it costs you to do the service. No, not really. Well, if that's your stance, then you are 100% wrong in what you said, Papa Top. Yeah, I would agree with that. Matt, I have a friend that has a deleted pickup truck and he hauls into Canada. Gotcha, Matt. Um, yeah, maybe EPA stuff doesn't start popping hoods at the border. Maybe they do, maybe they don't, or maybe they don't care. James, I have a 1300 truck note. I'm doing just fine. Run it like a business. Boom. There you go, James. Marlon, where in Idaho? Okay. Nevada. Have you ever done drive away? No, I have not. John, what's the pay difference if you know? I can look it up right. Excuse me. I can look it up right now. I can look at the motorized load board for Synergy. Okay, 73 cents, 85 cents, 90 cents, 95 cents, a dollar. That's just off the first 10 that I'm seeing here, where they're kind of priced at for drive away. Those are hot loads. and I don't know if they're all CDL or whatever. I'm not going to really look here, but yeah. So between 120s all the way up to $2 is where RV transport is kind of currently at right now, with incentives and hot loads or old loads or where they're going in the country. That's kind of the deal right now. Nevada, I believe you have to call ahead. Gotcha. Yeah, Nevada. That's the one where you gotta, before you even touch their land. That's where you gotta have that permit. Oh dear, it just popped up. Um, Here we go. That tells me that you probably have an $80,000 plus truck. Drive it 200,000 miles and trade it in 4 years later for 20,000 neighborhood, and do the math. It'll be a select few, not open to just anybody due to not wanting it messed up. Gotcha. Yeah, for real though. By people who don't care about others' properties. I have an idea of the few. There you go, Chris James. Yeah, man. Making a little side hustle business with your trailer there, being a real convenience to others. As long, again, as you're saying right there, that they actually take care of your property and don't use and abuse it and take advantage of you. I hope you find some people who are going to do you right on that. That's awesome. Now add in fuel, repairs, taxes, fuel. Yeah. We'll change car washers, batteries. I could go on and on. Gotcha. Um, yeah, I don't get Papa. For towaway, I've always been told deadheading is not on the clock. Well, um, find out from your company, and they will tell you. We were sent a email saying, "Hey," and I also, I guess, I do want to just address one thing. There's been several times and more recently where I've, uh, in my opinion, I've been a little bit more critical of Synergy. I really truly do. I love Synergy. The people there, the relationships I have with people there. But I'm also not going to pull punches and just shut my mouth when I disagree with how things are operating, or maybe not communicating like I think that a company should. Um, and so I may be a little critical, but I'm also someone who would like to help give advice to maybe how we can make things better. And so I definitely have ideas. I don't think anybody really cares for them, but I'm not just a person who's going to throw stones from the cheap seats. I do have some ideas. I would love to help. Um, they apparently don't want my help, so it is what it is. But yeah, I definitely am not going to only talk about positive things for a company. Overall, I'm absolutely um, I love Synergy, but with any group of people or any company out there that's not perfect, because none of us are. There's always problems, and that's to be expected. If there weren't problems with your transport company that you can find, I would be concerned then, because that means there's hidden stuff that you have no idea. Somehow things are not good. So that's kind of where I would be at. Um, let's see. But yeah, anyway, all that to say, M. Walker, sorry. Synergy has since said yes, deadheading home, logging back home. If you're not on personal conveyance, that is logged. They now require that, whether that's actually a DOT thing or it could be considered something else. That's up to you and the DOT officer sitting there writing you a ticket or something to decide, I guess. So if that were somehow to happen. Reset. I'll take people who can't run their own lives and fail, then blame their employment for 800 hours. Oh man. And Walker Horizon requires you log loaded or empty. Gotcha. let's see. Pops, you're correct. Why would I? We jumped up. We jumped up. My bad, guys. My bad. Why would I want to trade it in 4 years if it's paid off? I should have it paid in 3. Then I'll drive it till it falls apart. I'm not worried about it. Gotcha. I'm looking at Meridian or Boise. Gotcha. Eastbound, what's going on, bro? This is my buddy Chris. He's got his own YouTube channel, and he's stealing my little tractor and little, smoke getting shot behind it. Deal. He always gives me a hard time for that. Yeah, what's going on, bro? Glad to have you here, man. Appreciate it. Stu, what's going on, James? Don't feed the troll. Your GPS is routing you that way because Wyoming is closed right now. I would suggest not going through Montana for that trip. Yeah, that seems kind of absurd there. Tuning in late. Good evening, Daniel, my friend. Sean Richards, what's going on, bro? Appreciate you. Glad to have you. Hope you're doing well. Give me a call tomorrow if you can, and we will chat it up a little bit. Catch up. See, Jeremy. It's funny. I always thought RV transport was stupid and you couldn't make money. Started watching Fairwinds and following C's, everyone else. Now I do it going from hot shot and would never go back. Boom. Let's go. Let's go. Awesome, Jeremy. That's a story right there, man. Going from hot shot to RV transport with no regrets. And I'm assuming due to some of the issues you might have had with hot shot as well as um, you know, it's just an easier of a job. You know, point the truck in the right direction and get it going, rather than all the other things you'd have to worry about doing your own hotshot business. Um, love it, Eastbound. Love it, bro. More money and the people are awesome. There you go. There you go. Sorry, my question was, can he haul into Canada with deleted truck? Matt Lewis. I would assume so, unless there's some type of EPA. I I don't know the answer truthfully, but I would assume unless there's an EPA officer, with a gun ready to shoot you, you should be fine. I don't know. He probably could. I would assume. Eastbound, yes, I agree. Wow, Jeremy. First I've heard of someone coming from Hot Shot into this. Glad I could help. Awesome, man. Absolutely. I'm pleased with Ryzen. Now my dispatcher is another story. Oh dear. Um on the road. Hoyt, appreciate everyone. Give Daniel a big thumbs up. Appreciate that, man. That is huge. Thank you so much. Uh, how do you get your logs to the office and how do you get them daily? Wayne, so I use pull it up here, the Keep Trucking app. Oh, can't really see it. But basically, I'm able to email to Monica or the compliance email, whatever I'm feeling that day. Able to email my logs daily if I wanted to. They require it like every 7 days. Last I heard, when I first started, it was every 2 weeks. Apparently, things have changed. I don't really know. But yeah, very easily to do that on my phone. It's a free app, very convenient, very helpful for getting your logs. Also, my handwriting is atrocious, and so I'd probably get myself locked in jail if somebody tried to read my logbook from when I first started. Uh, so yeah, that's how I do my logs. Appreciate it, Kevin. Eastbound. Richard, having and using candor with your boss, peers, and subordinate is not disloyalty. Yeah, Richard. Yeah, I've. There's always room for improvement, and it's easy to say, "Hey," it's always easy to see problems in other people and or in a company or whatever, and say, hey, you're not doing something as good as you could. Of course they're not. There's things I could do better as well as a driver, and you could as well, and all these things. Um, for me, it's in my at least in my own mind, it's stopping my emotional. Come on, man! Pulling myself out of that vacuum of unhelpfulness and saying, here's the information I think actually might be a help. Here's some things I think are a problem, and I would love to be a help in this area, while still supporting my company and wanting them to knock it out of the park, and let's keep rolling. So that's kind of where I'm at with this. I love Synergy, grateful for them, love the relationships I have with people there. Um, but there's always room for improvement. And if I can get my emotion out of it and be able to say, here's the information and how can we make this better? That's my thought. So sometimes I don't quite squeeze all the emotion out of my words. So trying to do better on that. Let's see. What are we doing? What are we doing? Where are we at? I'm learning a lot from you. Awesome, Marlon. Or maybe you're talking to somebody else. If you're talking about me, appreciate it. Uh, have an excellent night and safe journeys. I will catch you next weekend. Keep up the good work. Have a good night, Aaron. If you're still here, appreciate it. Hopefully you have a good one, and we'll catch you later. Appreciate all the thumbs up, guys. Man, you guys are awesome. M. Walker, sheet metal is a big thing at the moment. Okay. I'm not sure on what context we're talking here. I'm using ELD. Anyone using a GPS that you can get Keep Trucking app on it? Huh. I have no idea on that. DOT doesn't enforce emissions. It is CARB. Yep. Enforces it. Big trucks for 20 years, and not once have I questioned emissions by DOT. I have only once in California by CARB. Gotcha. Thanks, Zach, for sharing that. Non-ELD has room to as much as they want. Okay. Excuse me. Learning a lot about load boards. Mine was 245 a few weeks ago. Now 25. Oh man, that's pretty drastic. I'm sure tomorrow, Monday mornings, it's always a big day. All the leftovers from the weekend and stuff probably hopping and rolling. So hopefully, Marlon, things pick back up for you. Jeremy, fair winds. Your positivity and real approach made me realize what could be done here. Awesome, Jeremy. That is awesome, man. For people to actually share information, to be entertaining, and to be able to actually motivate you to do something, to go to actually have action going forward, that's incredible. That's actually what happened for me myself, from another YouTuber in my dumpster rental business. I watched a ton of videos from a ton of different people, but there's one specific person that made me. I mean, he didn't force me to. He inspired me to pull the trigger, buy a trailer, start my LLC, start my business, and to make things kind of happen. And so I absolutely know what you're talking about, Jeremy. That's awesome. Fair Winds did that for you. I've experienced the same thing. It's so cool. So cool. Stu, what company, Marlin? Load boards are low on all, if I had to guess, due to shortage of sheet metal. Oh, that's what you were talking about. I'm sorry. The sheet metal, low storage. I'm sorry, low. Uh, the shortage of sheet metal. Putting these trailers together. Gotcha, guys. I'm finally with you now. I'm just majorly slow. Wayne, thanks, man. I just started with Synergy last week. Look forward to seeing you out there somewhere. Awesome, man. Wayne, love to connect with you. If you want to do a free phone consultation, just chat on the phone sometime. Would love to do that if I can help. Um, anything I can do to help, kind of going forward. But yeah, man, love to meet you in person sometime and to get connected with you guys. Fairwinds is a great dude. Yes, he is. Booyah. Let's see. I tried Jeremy. As typical, most people don't get on social media to talk about positivity. Absolutely, only get on to complain. So I wanted to show the other side. Booyah. No, pastor, he's a jerk. Oh. Ah. Let's see. Communication. Ready for orientation with Synergy. Picked up Synergy because of you. Thank you for all your help. Awesome, man. Congratulations. Getting it going, getting started in this, man. That is so cool. Hopefully you go far in this industry, and let me know if I can be a help at all further. And hopefully you are safe out on the road, man. Thanks, see you next week. Awesome, Kevin. Have a good one, man. Have a good night. Appreciate you being in here. No reset. He is a Marine. Also true. Man, I'm finally getting caught up here. Wow. Catching up with you guys. Rambling Ram, what's going on, man? Hey, just got my first camper haul in. Thanks for having so much information. I just left hot shotting for RV transport and it's been way better. Wow, man. So you're the second person here tonight, if I'm seeing that right, who left hot shot for RV transport. That is crazy. That is wild. You always see it going the other direction. And so that's pretty neat to see that. I'd be kind of interested to maybe pick your brain sometime. If you have Instagram, if you want to add me or we can, chat sometime. What are the reasons why did you go from hot shot to RV transport? Maybe I can do a video and maybe talk through it or interview you somehow. That'd be interesting to kind of see and kind of unpack. That's pretty wild. So yeah, let me know, Rambling Ram, if you wanted to talk on the phone or something. I'd be curious to um, see what your thoughts are. That's two. Yes, yes. Richard, early morning. See you on the road. Have a good night. Hey, have a good one, man. Be safe out there. We will see you next time. Good night, Daniel. Thanks for all you do. Hey, Stu, have a good one, man. Appreciate it. With Horizon Learning, reloads are an option for me. Gotcha, Marlon. That's awesome. 80% of what I run. Marlon, Chris James. Hate to run, however, I just gained 55 pounds in less than a minute. I think the dog is telling me it's bedtime. Gotcha. All right, man. Have a good one, Chris. I'm Walker. I'm retired firefighter and doing this for extra money. Loving it so far. Awesome, M. Walker. Good deal. I'm learning about the reload board and the questions to ask concerning weight. Gotcha. Well, guys, man, we're still at like high 56 people. That's crazy. Really do appreciate everybody hopping in here. It's about 10 o'clock. We've been here an hour and 30, almost 4 minutes. So I think I might shut it down for now. Thank you again. This is, man, a lot of people in here. Sorry if you're one of the remaining people from the very beginning. Do apologize. I had internet issues, had to reset the modem and finally get it going. So things took a little bit longer than I wanted them to, but I really do appreciate everybody dropping in here. I'll answer the last couple questions here and then we are going to be out for tonight. Get her done. Yeah. Hot shot insurance for your first year is $1,700 a month. Oh, wow. That's no joke right there. Does Synergy have any other yards throughout the U.S. Like Horizon? Yes, they do. Let me pull it up real quick. I don't actually get out that far, so for me personally, so Pendleton, Oregon is one for sure. I think there's another one I can't remember. I don't see any other ones on there. So it's at the very least, it's the Pendleton, Oregon, out west is what we have, and not much, too much for other backhauls around at Synergy. Not gonna lie to you, there's just not as many as some other companies like Horizon, as well as like Bennett, I think. But yeah, um, let's see. Good night. That's crazy. Just chilling at the Amish Walmart watching your YouTube videos. Hey, Frank, appreciate that, man. Hopefully it's helped you. If you have any other questions, let me know. Good night. Everybody's saying good night. All right. That is going to be it. Hopefully you have a good one, guys. Stay safe where you're going. Tomorrow I will be going to Goshen to grab my Missouri load, another short one that I'm doing. Appreciate you guys. If you do want to connect tomorrow and meet up somehow, some way, somewhere in Goshen tomorrow, if you happen to be there, let me know. Just wanting to be available. If it's even a 10-minute little conversation, would love to meet some people and, you know, behind a screen name, love to actually shake somebody's hand and meet you guys as I'm just talking to my stupid computer and this mic. So any way I can help, would love to. Thank you for joining us tonight, and we will see you next week, where we can try to be a help to you. And Amish Walmart made it into high mileage. Oh man, have a good one, guys. God bless. Stay safe. We'll see you next time.